Welcome back to State Champs. This week we go in focus to a trend that is affecting many female athletes. ACL injuries are becoming more and more common, halting the careers of many athletes, especially young women.
So the prevalence is actually going up in all athletes. What we notice is in females, they're 4 to 6 times more likely than males to get injured. Females are becoming much more active in terms of basketball and soccer. And when you have a cutting or twisting sport, you see them jump, stop, and land, and they can get these types of injuries. So it is growing. There's no exact number, but it's much higher over the last 2 decades.
The recovery process is not all physical either.
Mentally, the athlete at times can have the feel that they may injure themselves when they go back to cutting and twisting. They have this fear that they're going to feel that pop again. It is pretty labor intensive to get back from an ACL. Rehab starts within a week after surgery. They're in rehab 2 to 3 times a week for the next 4 to 5 months. It requires them to get their motion back first and then get some quad strength back and then be able to rehab back in terms of cutting and twisting. It takes a long time, and you need the graft to heal as well. So it's a process. This isn't one of those things that you get back very quickly from.
Senior on the Livonia Franklin girls soccer team, Bella Yardley, is a prime example, being sidelined by an ACL tear for nearly 6 months.
Mentally, it was probably the hardest thing I've had to go through, and it took about 6 months after surgery, so it was long, and I had to sit through every practice and game with my team, so it was hard to watch.
Although the recovery process was challenging both mentally and physically, it really gave Bella a change of perspective.
When I tore it, I learned not to take the sport for granted and play every game like it's my last, because you never know when you'll be done. Stay strong because you're going to be back one day, and don't give up because you just have to keep pushing until you're back.
And the most important thing to remember, there are ways to help prevent these devastating injuries.
There is such a thing as ACL prevention, and people have to understand that. Coaches have to understand that there's a jump training program where we can train not only females but males on how to jump, stop, and land appropriately.
For In Focus, I'm Stephanie Funkhauser.